Hello everyone, we are Group 14, and today our title of presentation is the ID Audit of Beijing Rural Commercial Bank. This presentation is divided into 6 parts. The first part is the description of the organization and its current operation. The second part is the weakness of the organization. The third part is the possible risks. The fourth part is current control mechanism and some suggestions. And the fifth part is a contingency plan. The final part is the conclusion. So let's get started. Okay, let's begin with the first part. And the first thing I want to introduce is the description of the Beijing Rural Commercial Bank. It is established in 2005, and right now it has 694 outlets. And it's also the only financial institution that covers all of the financial services in Beijing. The financial services including personal, corporate, investment management, wealth management, agriculture, and the rural areas. And the second thing I want to introduce is its current operating. Beijing Rural Commercial Bank operating scale is increasing year by year, and at the end of 2019, it has reached around 960 billion. And also because of its successful operating, it has won some awards such as the UK Bankers in 2019 list, the China's Best Rural Commercial Bank, etc. And the second is information technology dimension that I want to introduce is Beijing Rural Commercial Bank is actively using some new technologies, especially the big data operating visual platform. They're using the big data analysis to support their bank outlets and the small banks and some rural areas financial services. And the third I want to introduce is the information security of the Beijing Rural Commercial Bank. The Beijing Rural Commercial Bank first carry out its security plan is in 2011. And the second time they carried out it in 2016. This time they add up some functions about the capability monitoring and early warnings. And because of the fast development of technology, such as cloud computing and the big data, they carry out the third time in 2018 and 2019. The information security construction will bring the Beijing Rural Commercial Bank's information security to a new level. So let my teammates to introduce the next part. Thank you.
Now I'd like to move on to the second part of the presentation, and I will talk about the possible weakness of Beijing Rural Commercial Bank. Nowadays, information system has become a platform for bank operations and management, and it's also an important tool for achieving data concentration. Beijing Rural Commercial Bank currently has formed its own basic information system construction, but the security issues in the application system increase the risk of data leakage. The weakness of the Beijing Rural Commercial Bank include insufficient system security protection, no remote data backup center, lack of internal staff authority control, and network financial system information security. Next, I will introduce the details of each weakness. The first weakness is that the security protection measures of the existing system are not strong enough. Beijing Rural Commercial Bank has not established a proactive defense security mechanism to detect and analyze various security risks in a timely manner. The second weakness is that Beijing Rural Commercial Bank didn't establish a remote data backup center. This means that different databases of the banking system are centrally managed in one place and without any backup mechanism for large amounts of system data. The third weakness is that online financial system of Beijing Rural Commercial Bank increases the concentration of financial risks. While customers are getting more convenience, it's also easy for hackers to use these electronic channels to steal users' passwords or use new technologies to disguise themselves as bank staff for fraud. The last weakness is that the bank may have out of control of internal data and document in terms of authority control. And those staff who don't have or only have lower authority can also obtain highly confidential information across the bank. According to this weakness, an effective audit plan is needed to the IT department of Beijing Rural Commercial Bank, like analyze the technical and personnel risks and security risks in the system so as to propose some improvement controls.
In this part, let me introduce the possible risk caused by the weakness. With the continuous development of Beijing Rural Commercial Bank informatization, the potential risks corresponding to each weakness of the bank are increasing. The first type of risk caused by insufficient defense system, including the hacker attack, which will interrupt bank service and lead to suspension of business. The hacker also deletes and tampers data maliciously and causes customers' data leakage. In addition, the computer virus intrusion. The virus may quickly spread and lead to the collapse of bank systems. The second type of risk caused by centralized storage, no remote backup, and no BRP. If there is fire or power failure, the equipment will be damaged at the same time. Because of no disaster recovery plan, data will be lost and cannot be recovered in a short term, then interrupt daily business. Moreover, centralizing the database in one place will lead to the concentration of risk. When it encounters natural disaster, all information will be lost, destroy data continuity. The third type of risk caused by loopholes in authority control. For example, unauthorized access. Some staff are malicious, tampering and distorting the documents or sells confidential information to obtain illegal gains. What's more, if staff operate in the wrong way and no authority limits, it may cause the failure of the bank's information system. The last risk caused by online financial system. The bank uses open network transmission to provide online service. It is easy to lead illegal intrusion and accidental attack. In addition, it may increase the cybercrime. Criminals use phishing and malicious software to initiate unauthorized funds transfer. In summary, Beijing Rural Commercial Bank's information system currently has various types of risk, which are special characterized by wide range of coverage, long incubation periods, difficult quantification of risk.
In this part, I will talk about the control mechanism and suggestion. It includes control mechanism of network security, terminal security, server security, and I will give some suggestions for Beijing Rural Commercial Bank. For network security, it includes communication security, border security, and operation security. For communication security, it prevents the user connecting the external network without permission, and it uses a VPN to ensure the security and the privacy of the transmission process. And it also uses the end-to-end encryption to reduce the risk and impact of the plaintext leakage. For border security, there are 3 systems being used to support the access control and intrusion prevention. For operation security, it uses the remote access control to restrict remote access and then enhance the password mechanism to provide base security of the bank's main equipment. And the log collection system and network management system be used to help to review regularly and find out the unauthorized activity. And it also uses the out-of-band management to reduce the reliance of the in-band network. For terminal security, it uses the policy to control the terminal data transmission channel, and it also restricts the using and adding of the file and message for end user. And it uses the access control to restrict the unauthorized reading or adding of the message and file. For service security, it uses the access gateway to verify the identity and authority of the internal operation and maintenance personnel of the bank. It can help to ensure the employee use and maintain the system within their own authorization scope and avoid information leakage and other unreasonable operation. And there are some suggestions for Beijing Rural Commercial Bank.
Okay, according to the systematic risks existing in the operation of Beijing Rural Commercial Bank and the current situation as my classmate mentioned, in this part, I suggest some contingency plans that may help to ensure the safe and stable operation of information system and support the rapid development of all business. Keep computer free from virus attacks. Adopt cloud backup service. Adjust data security governance policy and strengthen internal control. Establish a security system of active defense. As time goes on, virus software has become more and more intelligent. It's necessary to buy real-time antivirus software which is based on subscription. Updates and patches for software are also important. Because of vulnerabilities, virus can cause damage from the entire operating system to any web browser the user selects. The senior management of the bank should make sure that all of the staff know how the virus transmission process on the computer. Because computers are vulnerable to various possible data loss issues, including data release, virus spread, software failure, fire damage, introduce the cloud backup service is helpful, which can improve the reliability of data storage and save hardware and management costs. Alibaba Cloud is a leading company in the world which provides cloud computing and artificial intelligence technology services to outside developers, companies, and also government in more than hundreds of countries and regions. It seems that Alibaba Cloud is a good choice for Beijing Rural Commercial Bank to better back up the bank's amount of data and ensure long-term stability. It's important to comprehensively evaluate work done in data security according to the existing actual business, combining with the demand department to form a data classification table that conforms to the actual demand of the bank, and carry out different levels of security management due to the data classification results. So there is a need for a common understanding of the goals and objectives of data security governance within the bank to ensure that reasonable and appropriate measures are taken to protect information resources. Improving the data security technology and regularly auditing the data security are also significant for internal control. As a risk mentioned by my classmates, the existing basic security protection measures of banking institutions are helpless for illegal invasion and accidental attack. Beijing Rural Commercial Bank should build a security management and control system of active defense to timely discover and deal with all kinds of security threats in order to realize some major goals like evaluate attack status to judge whether the attack event is successful, estimate attributes of attack event so as to recognize the purpose and background of the attacker and the scale of the attacker's organization, display the whole process of attack events through analyzing the timeline, such as attack times, attack means, attack impact. In the long run, I think Beijing Rural Commercial Bank needs to further strengthen the basic information security system construction to make sure that the bank's internal business information and sensitive information of individual customers are not illegally disclosed. Through learning the advanced experience of the industry, promote the continuous evolution of passive protection to active defense so as to ensure the safety and normal operation of the IT system.
Thanks for my teammates, and let's get into the final part and conclusion. Through the above analysis and suggestions, we can know that the Beijing Rural Commercial Bank has some weaknesses about the security protection measures. Specifically, is no remote data backup center and also lack of supervision of the internal staff. And online financial services will give some opportunities to the outsiders. These weaknesses will lead to some risks such as the hackers attack, the cybercrime, or also the damage of the data center, of losing data. And right now, the control mechanism that Beijing Rural Commercial Bank has used is covered from the network the server and the terminal security, we suggest to use dedicated list lines and also audit trail controls. In the contingency plan, we suggest to keep the computer away from the virus and also set up a cloud data backup center. Also, we have to stress in the security policy and the internal control. And finally, establish the security system with active defense. According to the above analysis and suggestions, we believe that the Beijing Rural Commercial Bank will operating their business in a steadily and safely way. So that's the end of presentation. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.